Hey, it's Aaron again with another random rambling video on this Monday, January 12th, 2026. Hello everybody, I'm Aaron Wills. It is 3:15 p.m. Alright, now this is where I wanted to say, along with welcoming you to my channel, allow me to thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe before sharing this video and turning on the post notification bell. Now this is where I talk about something. I don't know what yet, but I'll talk about something that will bring the enjoyment to you. You'll enjoy it. I promise you. Let's talk about, well, I would be remiss if I don't talk about this shooting of Good. I don't remember her first full name, but I know her last name was Good. The shooting and killing of her. Uh, I personally believe that we do need an enforcement and we do need a immigration and customs enforcement agency. That's what ICE is. I do think we need that. If we do need it, and I think we do, we should let them do their jobs. And there's still people. ICE officers, just because people don't like them, are still people. You can't hit them with your vehicle and I expect to get shot in the head and die. You just can't do that. Well, I don't know what drove that woman to try to hit him with their car, but she deserved to be shot and killed. Don't do it. Don't hit people with your car, especially people with guns on them. I don't care if they're officers or not. If someone's got a gun on them and you're trying to hit them with your car, you're stupid. You deserve to be killed. You're too dumb to be alive. I know this is going to be very, very, very uh, uh, offensive to some people out there, but I believe that. You can't do it. Just because you don't like ICE agents. I mean, her wife already made it clear they didn't like them. Decided, why don't you go get some lunch, big boy? Yeah. How about I just feast on you, big girl? I don't know. The whole thing was messed up. It's a shame. It's a shame anybody was killed, but it's, in my opinion, her fault. I don't think it's good that she's dead. I think that's what should have happened. She should have gotten shot. I don't care if he was an officer or not. If you see a guy that's walking down the street with a gun in his hand, if you try to hit him with your car, you should be shot. I believe that. It's not an ICE thing. People are against ICE, people are with ICE. It's not an ICE thing. It's just a common sense thing. I know I deserve it. I'll tell you what, I don't drive anymore because I'm disabled now, but if I ever get cured and start driving, and I try to hit somebody with my car who has a gun in their hand and shoot me, I deserve it. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that now. I said Good deserved being shot, and so would I if I try to hit somebody with my car who had a gun on them. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. It's just stupid. So that's how I feel about the ICE thing. I guess it was last Wednesday, which would have made it what? This Wednesday is going to be the 14th, so on the 7th, I guess it was. And there was another ICE incident with a couple of Venezuelans, vanilla wafers. I don't know how to say it. Uh, Venezuelans, I guess is how you say it. Yeah, we're trying to. That's right. We're at enmity with Venezuela, so I think they were Venezuelans, and they were supposedly Venezuelan gang members. Or the one was and his girlfriend. The gang member and his girlfriend were both shot after he tried to hit an ICE officer with his car. People are confused with, too often I don't get it. To me, it's a common sense thing. People get confused, people being let's say Mexican or anti-whatever nationality, other than being anti-illegal aliens. I'm not anti-Mexicans. I have no problem with Mexicans. There was one year, I forget what year it was now. I could probably look it up and tell you, but I'm not going to. because I know you don't care, but there was a year in which a huge hailstorm hit St. Louis. I'm in St. Louis. It hit St. Louis and destroyed a lot of roofs, businesses, homes, and a whole roofing company of Mexicans, probably illegal Mexicans, came through town and and we're working as roofers and doing hard work, I'm sure, probably making good money, which stayed in their pockets or sent back home, or left the country with them when they left. They probably didn't leave; they probably stayed here. Well, but that's one thing people have a problem with. I don't know. I mean, they're not as much of a drain on the drain on the system as I am. I'm fully disabled and get disability, Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security disability, like I just said. If you were listening, well, I'm kidding. I'm sure you were. There were Mexicans everywhere, and they used to come into the pool hall that I worked at and played pool frequently, and they were no problem. I don't have a problem with Mexicans, and they were. It was fun talking to them. So I took a lot of Spanish between middle school, high school, and college. I've had a lot of Spanish. It was fun, talking to them as best as I could and as best as they could. We worked out different games, pool, how we were going to play each other. Me and my buddy Jeff, who's since overdosed and has passed away. We beat these Mexicans out of all their roofing money. Basically, they'd come in there every day looking to play us pool for money, and we couldn't beat us. I mean, Jeff played real good, and I played real good, and they had no shot really. I mean, there's some Mexicans, Mexicans, especially in Texas and in Central America, where Mexico is. Well, I guess Mexico is considered part of North America, I believe. But anyway, there's plenty of Mexicans that go for weeks maybe without missing a ball. You guys just didn't play good enough to beat me and Jeff. Or Jeff and me, I guess I should say. That's proper etiquette. One bird. These guys just weren't good. We were never going to beat Jeff and me. As a matter of fact, I don't think we lost a set to them. And then, I could tell I was the weaker player of the two of us, so they would always choose their best player and want to play me heads up. I never lost to that guy either. That's how it went. Every day they'd come in, we'd play teams at first. It's 2-on-2, me and Jeff versus their, whatever two players they put up. They usually put up the same two players, and they couldn't play dead, in my opinion. And then their best player, who also, he could play a little bit, but he wasn't going to beat me ever. Anyone can lose a game, but we would play races to 3 or to 5 for money. Heads up, in that situation, heads up. Me against this guy, they put the same guy up. I don't remember his name. It was probably Jose or something. That was racist, and I apologize. I don't remember. I used to know his name. That's the guy I talked to with a little bit. I'd ask him in Spanish, and he'd answer me in Spanish, and we had a conversation about, where he's from, and, de donde eres, I'd say, which means where are you from? And he told me he was from La Ciudad de Mexico, Mexico City. And so I didn't know how to ask if they were here legally, which I wouldn't have asked that anyway, but I assumed they were here illegally. Who cares, though? They did a great job. They came and fixed up St. Louis's roofs, and I had no problem with them. They were kind. They were very respectful. They took their losses like gentlemen. They never once tried to fight or run out the door without paying or anything. They were very respectful. I have no problem with Mexicans, but I do have a problem with, in most cases, illegal Mexicans or illegal immigrants that are Mexican. A lot of people think that ICE, this is what started me on this story, a lot of people think that ICE, a lot of people think the fact that there are ICE agents means that they're anti-Mexican or anti-certain nationalities, but they're not. They're doing their job. They are immigration and customs enforcement officers. Immigration also includes illegal immigration. Move this. I'm sorry. Immigration includes illegal immigration, which is bad. That's no good. I don't have much of an argument against illegal immigration because, like I said, I'm milking the system as much as they do. But now I have insurance. So if I go to the hospital or if I have to get medicine or something, then it's paid for by my insurance. And it's paid for by the tax-paying people of Missouri. And I don't ever once forget to appreciate and pray to God that I live in a country in which I can be taken care of after having a massive stroke, but I'm just 33 years old, in the prime of my life. I'd been paying into the system since I was 15. I got my first job as a bagger in the Baggers Union at a store called Schnutten. No, actually it was National back then. For a grocery store called National. I was a bagger in the Baggers Union, and when I was 15 years old. That's when you're first allowed to work in Missouri. And then, when I was done with that job, I got fired for going to a soccer game instead of coming in. Our school, the Corps, was on verge of going to state in soccer. And so I called in. Actually, I had my friend Brandy. I thought she did a great job calling and acting like my mother to say that Aaron, that I couldn't come in. I was only at that time, 15. And so I was going to get with Brandy and her friends. And so instead, she told her, well, if he doesn't come in, he's fired. And so I'd been paying, this was maybe anti-unions until I got a job with the Teamster Union later. But I was in the Baggers Union. I paid my dues every month. Yeah, I paid my dues every month. And they were steep. I mean, they weren't cheap. They were pretty steep. I paid them every month. And after I got fired for calling in one time in 2 years working, in a year, whatever it was, a year I worked there, whatever it was. It must have been 16 when I got fired. But I had been there for at least a year. It might have been 17. I feel like it was closer to 2 years. I really don't know, so I'm not going to lie. I'm not making this up, so I just don't know. I'll tell you, I don't know how long I'd been working there at this point, but I can tell you I had not missed a single day. I had not been late a single day in my whole time working there for at least a year for sure. And so, the woman, my boss, Susan was her name, and she was a biatch. I'm telling you, she was a Queen Biatch. She was a bitch. She told Brandy, as my mom, and she sounded like a mom to me. She said, well, if he doesn't come in, he's fired. How? Why? And so I went to the union and said, hey, I missed work. I called into work one time in the year I've been there, however long I had been there. And they said, yeah, well, we're not here to let you just do what you want and then get you your job back. But when I started that job, when I first started that job, I realized I had to join the Baggers Union to work there. I didn't know what the hell the union was. And so I asked my fellow co-workers, I'm like, well, what do you think about the union? And they're like, well, so-and-so, I forget his name, but there was one guy who was working there and disappeared for 6 months without calling or saying anything because he was all doped up or cracked up or whatever he was. He missed for like 6 months of work, didn't call, then showed up to work one day with his uniform. They put him to work, and the union got him his job back. I'm like, well, that seems, pretty cool. I'm planning on going in and crack spurts. I'm planning on missing work for 6 months and coming back all cracked up in my uniform and stuck into work. But if something like that were to happen, it's nice to have a union on your side, I thought.
Well, triple that 3 for $6 jackrabbits. Not true.
It'd be nice to have a union on my side, so I thought that until I got shit canned for calling in one time in a year and a half or 2 years, whatever it was. And they said, well, we're not here to let you do what you want, whatever you want to do, and then expect us to get your job back. I'm like, yeah, but if I would have run around cracked up for 6 months, then you can get my job back, right? And like, well, that was a very, I don't know. They denied knowing about that situation. I forget even the process of going to. So I was not very keen on unions after that. I'm like, fuck unions. So I pay them all my money and they didn't do shit for me. Fuck the union. They're supposed to protect me. They didn't do shit for me. So, later on, Avis, all the rental cars used to be on the premises of the airport here, Lambert Airport here in St. Louis, but then they changed that. They moved all the cars off. You had to get their own. The cars had to get their own lots and their own, their own Avis and Hertz and National Rent a Car, and all of them had to get their own lots and their own, buildings or whatever. And so Avis jumped on a big lot and jumped on buying a big lot, and they got their lot. And it was, of course, off the premises of the airport, as they all were. And they were starting a brand new, this was all brand new, so they needed buses to take people to and fro the airport, I mean. How great is she? She's great. There's a girl on TV who wants me. I can tell by the way she looks at me. Yeah. There's a guy who doesn't want her to be with me, but she wants to look at her. She wants to be with me. Look how big and beautiful her eyes are. I like a dark-haired girl with green eyes, big, beautiful green eyes. You can keep your blonde hair, blue eyes, and then those are nice too. But I like dark-haired, green-eyed girls. A green-eyed girl, and I said, I forgot that song.
She ended up writing.
Do you remember when we said, "Sha la 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 ti da"? That's what I was thinking. La ti da. That's brown-eyed girl. I was singing green-eyed girl. There's another song that says "green-eyed girl, pretty lady" or something like that. I don't know many songs. Shit pops in my head and I don't even know the whole song, so I try to sing it. I look like a fucking idiot like I am now. So anyway, there's a girl on the TV who really wants me. I can tell by the way she looks at me. Through the camera and through the screen at me. She wants me. There she is again. She wants me. And she's got a boyfriend in the movie who doesn't want her to like her like she does. There's nothing he can do about it. I was talking about Avis. So Avis had a brand new, Avis you would just go up to the Avis desk in the airport and say, I want to rent a car, or say, I made a reservation, and it'd give you your keys and everything, and you just walk out to the garage at the airport and then find your car and go about your way. Go visit the arch, or, drive to Branson, or whatever you're doing in St. Louis. Some people live here even, believe it or not.
You only had an issue with the name, so has she corrected your name and included your government name?
Yummy, yummy water. Alright, this has been 18 minutes already. I'm gonna hurry this up. So, saw an ad in the newspaper. I was unemployed. I saw an ad into the newspaper that said, they're looking for drivers. I drove a shuttle bus for the airport for a little while before this, and then I found out Avis was hiring for a brand new lot with brand new buses. I thought that would be nice, so I got a job with Avis, and they told me, well, we're be part of Teamsters Union. Like, oh, here we go with the fucking union bullshit again. But the Teamsters negotiated a contract with Avis that absolutely took care of the drivers. I was a Teamster driver at Show. I mean, I got paid very good money plus tips. I made about $40,000 a year on paper, and then made tips, all the time. And Avis tips were better than later on. I don't know what union I was later on, but later on I moved from Avis to Marriott and the Renaissance Hotel. The same shuttle bus picked up for the Marriott and the Renaissance at the airport. I was a shuttle driver for the Marriott and the Renaissance. And hotel tips, for shuttle bus drivers is a lot better than the tips were for than they were for the rental car bus drivers. So that's right. It was for Avis that I made $40,000 a year on paper plus tips. But I made more money total when I moved to the Marriott. I got fired from the Marriott for supposedly picking up a concrete trash can that was bolted to the ground, picking that up and throwing it. That's what I supposedly did to get shit canned from Marriott. But I threw it at a cop. I threw it at a cop. That's right. I picked up a concrete trash can that probably weighed, hundreds of pounds by itself. It was bolted to the ground. Somehow I picked it up, broke the bolts, picked up this 100-pound, several hundred pound trash can, and chucked it at a cop. And my boss believed that bullshit. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, Mike? I didn't take any trash cans. I didn't throw any concrete trash cans at any cops. I didn't put anything in a cop. He's like, well, that's what they're saying you did. And then, well, I didn't. Yes. So,
with my signature?
well, they fired me for it. A text message, yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I don't want to sue her. Stop with your release. Realize that the police have this buyout provision.
It must have been a spam email notification, but I don't have a new text message, so I don't know what it was. There's that chick here, man, she wants me. Quit looking at me, honey. All right, you want it, I'll give it to you, but you gotta come get it. I can't go to wherever you are, probably Hollywood, since you're in a movie. All right, she still wants me. So I went to move to Marriott and made more money. I made about $10,000 less per year, but made more money per year on paper. I mean, but made more money per year because the tips were so good at the airport. At the hotel, at the Marriott. Driving for the Marriott, I mean, in the Renaissance. Although to be quite honest, I should say, not but and. The customers were the guests, as we call them. The guests were much more respectful at the when I drove for the hotels. They were pretty fucking ignorant when I drove for the. Huh? Yes. No. Nope.
No.
All right. Yeah. Another one begging for something to eat or drink from me. I wouldn't give it to them if I did have something. I'm tired of giving away all my shit to these people that won't do shit for me. Anyways, if you must know, I am fat. Well, I'm kidding. If it's any of your business, yes, I am fat. And if you must know, yes, I do have a little one. I don't know why you're in my business like this today. And these are things I don't want to discuss on the video. Yeah, it's none of your business, but yes, I play with myself a lot. Okay? Is that what you want to know? I'm sorry, I'm kidding.
Join an insulated truck workout.
Okay, yeah, so ultimately I liked unions because of Teamster. The Teamster union, if you get a chance to work for the Teamster union, it's great. It's a great union. That's what I wanted to say before I moved on to the Marriott and the Renaissance. They negotiated a contract for the drivers with Marriott and with Avis that was just amazing. Each driver made about, I forget what I made per hour, but I worked a full week. Not each driver, but I made a little more. I started out from the beginning, brand new. I was brand when all the buses were brand new and the program was brand new. I was there from the very beginning, so I wound up making a little more money than most of the drivers. The time I got fired from there, I had a doctor's note saying not to drive because I was having massive headaches out of nowhere at home and while driving, and I was just having massive headaches. So I called into work a couple of times saying I couldn't drive because I had a headache. I was afraid something was wrong with me. I didn't want to kill a bunch full of people, including myself. I called into Avis a couple of times, and then I went to the doctor for these headaches. And he told me not to. I told him I'd drive for a living, and he told me not to drive. I presented a doctor's note saying to excuse me from work because I can't drive. And they fired me anyway when I kept calling in. The headaches didn't go away. Eventually they did. I don't have them still, but it was weird because they were, I thought something was wrong, and they did, they sent me out for, I got a CT, I got all kinds of tests and whatever, nothing showed up. But the doctors, for precautionary reasons, said I shouldn't drive my personal vehicle or or the shuttle bus with all those people on there that I could kill or get killed by me having a freaking stroke or something while I'm driving. They still fired me when I kept calling it. I finally came in one day because they were getting frustrated with me calling in. So I came in, and I was feeling good that day. I didn't have any headaches, so I drove in. By the time I got there, my headache came on. I went in there and told them, I said, I gotta go home. I said, I can't drive like this. And they're like, Aaron, it's amazing you've had a headache every time, for the last, several months. I said, that's the problem. I've been having headaches constantly. He's like, well, go to the doctor. And I said, I went to the doctor. I showed you the fucking doctor's note saying don't drive, and you ignored it. And I got fired that day. But the union, the Teamsters union, got me my job back. They got me my job back, and then I don't remember how I got fucked. I think I quit. Well, I quit because I started hanging out at the pool hall. I didn't want to do nothing but play pool all night, and then we'd go to Denny. We'd play pool till the pool hall closed at 2:30 in the morning, and then we'd hang out at Denny's all night until about 8 o'clock in the morning, or 10 or 12 or whatever it was. So by the time it was time for me to go to work, I was still exhausted because I didn't sleep. I hung out at the pool hall all night and ate at Denny's on. But it was great times, and I figured I'd rather do that than work. So I quit my job, making good money, and to be a fucking pool hall bum. And that's what, everybody's supposed to, all pool players are supposed to be maggots, but I got some of the best guys in the world I've met there, and they're pool players. Well, one guy I met there was a bowler. He was a maggot, though. No kidding. I'm kidding, Jay, if you're watching this for some crazy reason. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you, Jay. He was a great bowler. There's a lot of great pool players hung out at the pool hall, but I met a great bowler who hung out there. Some of the biggest, I sweated a lot of pool for a lot of money. One of the biggest sweats I've ever sweated was my buddy Jason gave a professional bowler, a lefty, the front three strikes over the phone whenever he was seeing him bowl. He offered him the front three strikes on a house shot. And Jason just murdered him. Jason murked him. Yeah, blocked out in the 6th, 7th frame or something. I don't know. That's even possible. I don't know. But he killed him. I know that. All right. How long has this been? Oh, well, it's been about a half hour, this video. So I better hang it up now. And I'm going to hang it up now. I'm going to tell you 2 fingers eight, everybody. 2 fingers eight up club. See you when I see you. Thank you so much for watching. Pizza rolls. I hope you stuck in. If you stuck in this whole time, if you watched this whole video, please comment in the comment section Mexican pool players. And they'll let me know you watched this whole video. All right? But until then, 2 fingers eight up club. See you when I see you. Pizza rolls.